Hello there, world. Bettina Carey here, and I'm the founder and CEO of We Empower You, the global community, and We Empower You, the summit. And I am so excited to be here today on our routine Wednesday, where we have all folks that have come from nationwide, and sometimes we have them from around the globe. Today we have one person from Toronto. There may be some others checking out from Africa today. And I'm looking forward to presenting to you with go-to solutions. These are strategies that you can directly apply to your business. So if you're a speaker, a coach, a mentor, a thought leader, someone out there who's an entrepreneur who wants to know how to start and run your small business, you've come to the right place. Today's topic, actually, that I'm focused on is if you're struggling to scale your business and specifically your online business opportunities. That's what we're going to be talking about today. And this is something that is near and dear to my heart because for many, many years, I spent working my fingers to the bone, working blood, sweat, and tears, and I could barely make six figures. And I had pretty much given up hope that that would happen on a regular basis. And just about that time, I founded We Empower You, the global community. And with that said, we were able to hit six figures in 6 months and 1 week. And now we're headed into double figures coming up at the end of this year, perhaps early next year. So I'm really, really excited about this global community that you are all a part of. And with me here today, joining me is Tina Kalura out of Ontario, Juanita Corey Jackson, rather, and Keisha Moody, Ann Peters, Doris Hughes Green, Andre Pearson, and Leanne, and many others who are watching both on Facebook and on YouTube. And so today's topic is really about scaling business. And so what I'd like to do is open it up to others to be talking about the struggle that they might be having on scaling to that six-figure level. That is the level that really seems to be the magic number. And then everything after that comes much easier. At least that's what I've found. And that's what others around me who've hit that figure know. So let's go ahead and open up mics and we'll just take some turns. You can use the app's feature to raise your hand and I'll take you one at a time. I know Doris Hughes just finished up explaining and exploring with us how she's actually kicking off a new business opportunity. So maybe we start with you, Doris, and then open it up to others. Go ahead and unmute there.
There okay. Well, again, I said I'm Doris Hughes Green and I am on fire. They call me fire, honey. That's why I can't wear wigs no more. I'm too hot. I get too hot. So I have to go natural, but I am very excited about what God is doing. I'm a spiritual woman. I'm looking for spiritual people. And listen, you ain't got to be Holy Ghost rolling, church rolling people. I'm looking for people that love people and love God. And the rest is history. My company's doors are open for anybody who wants to collaborate with me. We're not going to worry about the money. We are going to do what we got to do. We're going to raise money and we are going to be able to give money back to each other because that's what's causing problems today. People are perishing for lack of knowledge. So I am on a mission to educate anybody that's out there lost. And I do have to say this. I'm very happy because for 9 years, I've been professing on the radio and speaking my destiny. I had to wait on God. The last piece of the puzzle has just came into my life to be able to take me where I want to go in the company. And my job is to inspire people to become business owners. If you already won, very good. I want you to, but if you're not, I want to inspire you how you can use your gifts and talents and create a business. Well, I just got connected with someone that I met 9 years ago when I first got started. He is going to be partnering up with me. He does business license, 501c3s, proprietor, whatever you need to know to get a company going, we are going to be working together. So as I inspire people to become business owners, he's going to get them paperwork. And then after that, the rest is history. They will be working under my umbrella. I need you to be able to teach them what you're teaching me. And God is going to reward us for helping these people. And the world will be a better place. I know this. We got to do it to see. I'm only speaking what I see. But if I go out and do what I see, then it will materialize or manifest into what I'm saying. And I believe that people are out there waiting. So I'm glad I'm with you, Bettina, because you have a great business opportunity, breaking the glass ceiling, because education is very important today. And we ain't talking about no ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. You got that when you were in school. This is beyond that. We're getting ready to be wealthy people if you want to. That's all I'm speaking. I speak it, it happens. I'm a prophetess. What can I say?
That's great. Well, you've really hit the nail on the head. And let me speak into this for you for just a few minutes here. So one of the things that I'm really aware of, and this is something that I've done naturally my entire life, and that's connecting others. And that is what you're talking about as a way to scale a business, is working in collaboration. And one of the key words here is joint venture partnerships, right? They're actually one of the strongest ways that you can scale a business, is to jump into business with other people who already are doing something that's in alignment, not necessarily competitive with what you do, but cooperative with what you do. And even if you have a little bit of areas where you do compete, if you don't compete head on to head in, then you're able to do these joint venture partnerships. Hey there, Moria. I'm going to go ahead and mute you there for a second. I'm just speaking into this topic that we're talking about. And the topic is all about joint venture partnerships as a method to scaling. And this is one of the strategies that we teach at We Empower You, because we know it's very strong. We have some joint venture partnerships that are global, in the sense that anyone who's a member of the We Empower You community, or even non-members of the We Empower You community, can be a part of. Number one would be Patrick Snow. He is someone who offers a percentage of a commission for anyone who refers him business to his publishing company. He helps people to speak. He helps them to write their books and get their books published. In fact, I have one of the books that he's helped to get published right here, and that's Ann Peters' book, Finding Your Hope, Restoring Peace in Life After Sexual Abuse. And so he is a really great business partner. I've been working with him for over 20 years now, and joint ventures is definitely right up his alley and right up my alley as well. And of course, we have the We Empower You membership, where we are basically offering membership as an opportunity where you can partner up with us, and we make you 50-50 partners with us at the We Empower You company. And that means that every member that you bring aboard, you get paid $800 for. And you not only get it the first time that the member joins, you also get it every year thereafter. So that brings me to another point, and that's the recurring income model is a very good model to scale your business at. So in 2020, when I launched We Empower You, there were some founding members that joined that are still with us. And then every year I have an opportunity to have new members that join us, and I have monthly recurring income. So this June was the third June that had come around where I could bill out memberships that I had founded in 2020. So that means the income is going to continue as long as the members remain. And we have a fairly high retention rate. So there has been a little bit of fallout, which there are always going to be people who maybe didn't understand what they were getting into in terms of a membership, but also folks who may have gone on to doing something else. But they still send us business and they still get paid. So that's the other great opportunity here. So scaling your business can be made much more simple. And one of the other distinctions I'll make here in this conversation is that you're also having others doing the work. When you create joint venture partnerships, you're not the one doing the work to fulfill that business opportunity. You're getting paid for bringing the lead into, and even sometimes closing the business. But at the end of the day, you're not having to service the client. So that really saves you a lot of time. So what we suggest is that everyone who is running a small business, and especially an online business, that you take a portion of your day every day to develop joint venture partner relationships, and to have to send referrals to others where you get paid for their delivering services. Why work hard all of the time? You don't have to. We have people working 20 hours in a week. That's it, and that's all they work, because they can make an income doing this joint venture relationship with us or with others. And Brian Gregory, he pays out a commission as well. He's with Admanity. And so we can bring joint venture partners to your attention. You can bring joint venture partners to our attention, and together we can always succeed. So collaboration is the key to scaling your business. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, another thing that Doris noted in her introduction earlier was that she also has a coach that is helping her to scale her business. So coaching is a very important model here. And I know Tina is helping folks on a COO level, so she can come in and help with operations and really leverage you so that you can be doing you and she can be doing the COO for your company. So be sure you check out the coaches that are right here in this meeting, as well as that come, that are our members that are part of us, our meetings every single week. Because at the end of the day, we have a COO and a CFO, Aggie Clark, and she's helped us to take us to this level that we are right now. She asks all the right questions. She gives us feedback, and I'm sure Tina is doing exactly the same thing. And by the way, Aggie doesn't need any more business, so we're going to be starting referring business to Tina because she is there and available. So coaching is so important. So now we've got coaching, we've got collaboration, we got joint venture, and we have the ability to be not working for every dime that we make. When you get money that comes in your sleep, like when you open up your laptop and you go to PayPal and there's money sitting in the bank that came through the middle of the night, that's a wonderful feeling. Or if you're a joint venture partner like we are, I love writing those $800 checks to my business partners because they get to be paid, and I love making sure that they get paid. So that said, let's go ahead and go to our next person. I think Doris has a comment first, so go ahead and unmute first. Unmute there.
And I hate to bother you, but you just said that Tina is good with helping me with a COO position, because I'm looking for a COO. I'm also looking for a human resource. I'm also looking for a manager. This was a blessing I showed up today, because thank you, Tina. I will be in touch with you because I'm ready to hire whoever
Doris,
can help me.
I do it all. Let's get on the call.
It's a blessing to meet you.
Yeah,
I didn't know this. See, you hang with people, you will find what you need. This is why it's good to connect with others. We cannot do this by ourselves. We got to do it together. Otherwise, the promise is not going to be fulfilled. And it's getting ready to be changes coming, because the change is coming through us and our knowledge. But Tina, you will be setting up an appointment with me and anybody else on there. Like if you want to help me find managers, I'm looking for everything. I am going into operation. I'm not kidding. I spoke this and I'm doing exactly what I spoke, and everything I spoke is coming to fruition. So thank you, Tina. Keep introducing these people because I might be done hired everybody on this page.
That said, why don't we have Tina go ahead and take the baton. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, what you offer in the way of services.
Absolutely. Doris, I love your energy. I love your story. And I would be happy to hop on a call with you. So I'll talk about the COO services since that's the transition we're going through.
Yeah.
So just in the last few years, okay, so my background, I've worked in corporate for 22 years. I've done leadership, sales coaching, change management, project management, talent development, onboarding. I've done it all. And so I take that with my coaching skills, and I've been helping some small business owners in the US actually go from being a solopreneur to building a team. And they didn't trust themselves to do it. And so they reached out to me on LinkedIn. They joined one of my webinars, my procrastination webinar. And we came to learn that they had a really good problem, right? They were in a position where they had so much work. Their demand was so high that they were trying to do it on their own. And so I said, okay, I'm like, let's look at your operations. Let's look at, where you're struggling, what's working, what's not working, what we can do better. So I put my business growth strategist hat on, and I told them, like, you need to start hiring a team. And so the first thing we did was we hired a bookkeeper for him, like someone who would manage his administrative work. So that took some stress off of him. And so she got his books in order. The next person we hired was a mini him. So he's in marketing automation. So he needed someone who he could teach and delegate work to. Now he has a team of 4 people. So I helped build the onboarding strategy. I met with his people. I did their training. I meet with them one-on-one on a weekly basis to make sure that they're okay. So I do the HR component as well for this company, Doris. Woo. And I also do lunch and learns from a personal development perspective on communication, business acumen, strategy and design. And he's flying me out to Dallas in December to host a team building activity exercise for him as well.
Can I say something?
Fantastic.
You're excited about something, Doris, so I'm going to pause.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Because I think you better go hire you a bigger staff, because I'm getting ready to teach a lot of people how to run cooperations under my cooperation. So I suggest all of you, if you're wanting to go places, dream big, because I'm going to need your knowledge.
Yes.
I'm very excited about this because I got paperwork right here telling me I need bookkeeper. I need all of it to run my company. So yes. I'm honored to meet you. And everybody on here, that's a blessing. Thank you for doing that type work, because now my coach is going to be very excited to know that we're going to the next level.
Yes. And it only takes one person in the room sometimes. And this is one of those cases where that one connection that you came here today, one time could take you to that next level and shatter the glass ceiling. Because the one mistake that I say that I've made, and it took me many years to stop doing it, was to be a one-woman show. When you are a one-woman show, eventually you're going to hit that plexiglass that's sitting right over your head. There's not enough hours. There's not enough time for you to rest and have a balanced life if you're doing every single thing. So we have a very large team of about 20 people that do one thing or another for us here. And that is why we have success. In fact, I have to make 6 figures just to pay for the people that are helping me. And that is just amazing to me. Here it was the year before in 2020, I wasn't making 6 figures, and now I make 6 figures just to pay for my people, right? Yes. So it's really interesting. So I hope that the two of you get together and talk a little bit further.
We will. I want to know. I want to know more, Bettina. I appreciate you. And I've been wanting to connect with you, Bettina, for the longest, just to pick your brain and see what are you really doing, because I want to connect with you. I know I'm connected, but I'm not really connected, because the first year I come in to learn. I don't just jump in and start rolling. I want to know all about you.
Right.
Do you fit, whatever. Then the second year, now I see where we are planted together, and I will be needing your services as well. Okay, Andre has worked with me in the past. I'm thinking about coming back to him. Look at him grinning now. But I'm going to help Andre work my YouTube channel, because I need that. And in the past, he's worked with my Spotify and all that, which I need some more training on that. But I just wait and check things out before I hop in the ocean, because I need to be ready. But I'm ready now. I am ready. And I'm so thankful that my vision is coming alive. And everybody else should get excited too, because if you have visions, they are going to come alive too. You just got to wait and wait for that connection. And I'm here to tell you, I'm very excited. I think this is it, guys. Next year is going to be really powerful.
I love it.
I always say to my clients, dreams don't come true, plans come true, right? So,
there you go.
I tell my daughters the same thing. I'm like, listen, you could dream all you want, but unless you put a plan in place with the right intention, with the right focus and the right confidence, nothing is going to really happen. Right? In 2020, I said, this is going to be my year.
Me
too. When I declared it, I made it. I put it in the sand and I made it happen. My first 30 days, I had 3 clients. After 90 days, I had 13 paying clients. And then my husband's like, okay, slow down. I'm like, no, I cannot. I'm like, I'm going. I'm going.
The pandemic scared the fire out of all of us, because I was ready to hit the streets. I said, woo, I'm on fire. I got to go talk to these people. And then that pandemic hit, and I said, oh my, what am I going to do now? And the spirit said, internet. And that's where I said, this is the year 22. Well, Facebook already told me last year in 2021, they predicted my 2022 year. They said I was going to be filthy rich, smoking hot. I think I do look kind of hot. I don't know. That's y'all judgment. Smoking hot and in a relationship. I said, I ain't in no relationship. I guess it's going to be some business relationship, because I ain't studying about no other relationship. I'm on a high, honey. I don't want nobody to get in the way and stop this vision.
There you go.
Anyway, Bettina, it was part of the plan that we met. I really didn't know it last year, but this year, you were sent by God, honey. Okay, but I just want to say something about Keisha. I brought Keisha on here because Keisha, did she tell you her story?
She did, but let's give her a turn up at that, because she had her hand up and
I'm gonna shut up. I don't want to take over your show, but I will be doing my own Zooms, and y'all can come on too.
All right, go ahead, Keisha.
Hi, I just wanted to say that I've always, being a child or a product from abuse, I've come from a long line of family abuse, whether it was emotional, physical, spiritual. Okay, so for me, sometimes I'm sure I do. I'm pretty sure I do. Sometimes I have a hard time communicating my needs, my wants, my desires. Sometimes I take things personal. Sometimes I just leave things where they at. But for me right now, I've had a lot of good ideas that I have not been able to implement. I don't know the first thing about business. All I know is I have ideas and visions that I see that I don't know how to communicate on paper or the first thing to start a business. So I am in your incubator. I am very new. I'm a baby chick, ready to just, quack on along. But I'm very interested in what you ladies have to offer. I'm under Doris. So, I'm 95 days clean today. And I'm just trying to reach the heights I've never thought I could reach before. And I believe that once I walk toward what I want to do if I can make a move, because God can't move a parked car. Well, he can move anything he wanted to, but you know what I'm trying to say. I want to
Yeah.
be productive in my life. I want to prove to myself that once you quit drugs and you put God first in your life, that he can bring on anything and you'll be able to handle it and be able to move in the way that he wants me to on this path and on this journey. I'm just really excited to be here, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of a presentation for you, because I think you really need to hear what I have to say here. And that is that we have the Just Say Yes program. And it's really built for anybody who has a business, anybody who doesn't have a business, anyone who has a product or doesn't have a product, has a service, doesn't have a service. And so I'm going to share with you the personal guide for your healing process that we just did as an example for Ann Peters, since she's joined us here today. And as I said, she is the author of the book, Finding Your Hope, Restoring Peace in Life After Sexual Abuse. So you're definitely going to want to get a copy of this. And this is a really great example of our type of website that we do. This is a templative website, which is what I believe is the way, W-E-Y way, of the future, because anyone, even a child, can run a business, right? And so if we give you a templative website that you can brand in your own way, that has all of the information on it for helping people to come to our meetings, that talks about our membership, that gives you room to put your own storefront, your own information, have all of your own landing pages, and anything you would typically need to run a business online, it's all in one package. This is what we've done. We have created what's called the Just Say Yes program. We let you get started with zero money down, right? So no cash outlay up front. 90 days is like same as cash, right? So 90 days, you take the time. We give you in 2 minutes, you go to our website, which I'll go to, and you will complete the form to fill out your information about what you want in the way of a templative site. So let me go here to our site in just 1 second here and show you this Just Say Yes program. So this is now, we're at the We Empower You site. It says Just Say Yes at the very top. You take just a few minutes looking through. It tells you exactly what the program is all about. Whether you have a website or you don't have a website, we can help you. You read a little bit more. I'm not going to read through all that. You give us a domain name that you'd like to use. You buy your URL on your own. And then if you have a logo, we'll help you put your logo on the template. If you don't have a logo, we'll help you with that. At the end of the day, we've put up 14 different templative websites that you can use. And as I'm scrolling through, you'll see that this is the one that I have. This is the template that I have. And as you keep going, you'll eventually see the one that we have for Ann. So these are 14 templates. You just poke your head in each one of those and see which one you like the best. You take 2 minutes at most to fill out this form here on the right, and you have a website. In 90 days, what we suggest is you work with us to find 2 people that become members, and that will pay for your $1,599 membership. If at 90 days, Keisha, you don't have $1,599, you don't owe us anything, you can drop off, or you can start to make payments. You can pay all at one time. That's what most people do, is they just pay it all at one time, or you can make payments, and we're very willing to work with you. You're exactly the kind of person we want to start with, that you can have hope. We're here to create hope and meaning in people's lives. With that said, I want to also turn over this microphone to Anita Corey-Jackson, who is another amazing business owner here that you have got to meet. Juanita, can you unmute there? There you go.
Sure. Thank you.
Tell us a little bit
Bettina.
about yourself first.
Okay, sure. Thank you first, Bettina, for having myself, and hello to all of the guests today. So I am Anita Corey-Jackson. I do a lot of things in the world, wear a lot of hats. I am a pastor. I oversee several ministries. I am an international best-selling author. Typically, once a year, I take a group of ladies. We write an anthology together, and I take that, help them become best-selling authors, and help them turn that chapter into a business. So I'm a certified life coach, and our motto at Global Impact University Consulting, where I'm the CEO, is to equip and empower people for global impact. So we have standalone courses that we teach. We're getting ready September to start our degree program, where you can actually get your degree online. So I have a talk show, which is a podcast show that we air on Roku right now and YouTube. And starting tomorrow, I'll have my own channel on Roku, where we will be hosting other people's shows as well. So that's a little bit about what I'm doing in the world. And I also sell real estate for a living.
Fantastic. And I know you probably have some comments for Keisha in particular. Maybe you've connected now also with Doris.
Mm-hmm. So one, I want to applaud you, Keisha, and for telling your testimony. And I believe anytime that we go through a storm, it is once we're on the opposite side of that storm, it's meant to tell somebody else. So I applaud you for being on the other side of the storm and now able to tell that story. So I believe all of us have a story in us, and it's just a matter of being willing to tell it. So I want to applaud you and tell you that better is yet coming ahead of you. And of course, Doris, I applaud you for all the work that you're doing as well. One of the things that our ministry is doing is starting a homeless to home ownership program. Oh, and we're taking those people that want to be helped and teaching them business skills and how their financial skills and how to empower them to be able to purchase their own home and be able to keep that home. So that's one of the things that we're doing. So I applaud to everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Juanita. And you're in real estate as well. So anybody out there who's looking for real estate, contact Juanita. And Juanita brought up something. I do these every week. I've been doing them for 2 years, right? And I sometimes forget when I talk about the membership. A lot of you are new here to this call today, and those watching might not even know what I'm talking about. So let me dive into our membership. So when you go to the We Empower You website, you'll see that we have a membership revenue description. We have the summit ticket because we have a quarterly summit. We have the Just Say Yes, as I said, our calendar of events like this Wednesday meeting. You can get the Zoom links there. A link can be given to you to be an affiliate so that you don't have to be a member to help and to get compensated, so to speak, and to help us to grow. And the revenue strategies that we have built into the website that share with you how you can generate revenue outside of your being in the business of servicing your business or selling something. So the membership revenue link will take you to a description of our membership. And our membership is really robust. We have put into here this package, something that everyone can go out there and promote and sell, right? So in addition to whatever it is you're doing, and that could be a service, or it could be a book, or it could be a speaking business that you have, whatever it is, if all you do is refer us business, we pay you. And by way of example, you can earn $80,000 a year when you refer 100 people to us, right? And it's very, very possible to get up to 100. We have another lady who's following right in my footsteps named Mary West, and she's going at a pace similar to my own as I started in 2020. And she's going to probably outpace me. The first thing that comes with the membership is a platform called Income Activator. And the Income Activator platform allows you to have everything that you would need on your platform. So you can have a store, you can do business with generating leads. It has 10 software solutions built inside of it for you to enjoy. And in addition to that, we have you're able to put a 5-minute spotlight video on the worldwide TV network as part of the membership. That does include Roku TV, Google Play, Apple TV, Chromecast, Amazon Fire TV. And so that is one of the benefits. In addition to that, there's so many other things. Call your attention to our sponsorship package, and then I'll show you that in a minute. We have a radio station talk show host list as well.
Nice.
I'm going to have everybody mute out if you might, and that way I can just continue. And then we have our weekly meetings as part of our package. The total package is valued at about $30,000 right now, and we collect only $15.99. The package continues to grow because our members continue to put stuff in here. Once you become a member under the Just Say Yes model, you get to just log in to the back end. We give you the keys to the kingdom, and you're able to see what is in here in the way of benefits. One of the benefits is this angel sponsor model. And the reason I'm showing this, especially while Anita is here, is because when you are in the business of writing books, you may want to also be getting sponsors to fund the books and to fund your events, your launches, and so on. And we give you the entire sponsorship package. That includes your choice of sponsorship templates. It also includes the list of 500 companies that sponsor businesses up to 100,000. And we also give you the templates for even the cover letter, the telephone scripting, contracting, and so forth. So all of this comes with your We Empower You membership. And I highly recommend it for anyone who's in the business of writing books, because having sponsors to help you with your books is really key to your success. And in fact, we're going to be sponsored soon. We have been also in the very beginning, and I'm going to continue to pursue sponsorships using this sponsorship package. So that is that. And then another one of the benefits I want to point you out to is that we help you to do this 5-minute spotlight video. So on the third week of every month, I will be available through my office hours link at 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. every day for 5 days. So it's a little bit of a challenge. You get to write your script, you get to speak your script, you get to have your feedback from anybody who arrives. Lee and I give you feedback, and so we help you to get that 5-minute spotlight video on all of these channels on the Worldwide TV Network, which has a 50 million viewing audience. So you're going to want to complete that. And we have these videos here. One is called How to Write a Short Story, and the Finding Joe video, which is available on YouTube for you to start your story and get your story told. And then another thing I want to call out, not that it's the only thing in here, but one of the strong points that we have is this media contact list. We have folks that are producers of radio stations all across the country here in the United States that have 100,000 listeners or more. And so when your message is your moneymaker, right, as Master Nigel Henry likes to say, then you need to get your voice heard and by the masses, because you can turn your message into $1 million business. And we're here to help you to do that. So that said, let me go ahead and stop sharing. It looks like we've had Diane also join us here. Thank you, Diane, for joining us. I'm going to go ahead and welcome Andre, because Andre helped Doris and is going to continue to help Doris. Andre, can you open up your mic and tell us a little bit about what you do?
Well, my name is Andre Pearson, and of course, I am the CEO of ODP Media Group. Now, one of the things about ODP Media Group that we do a lot, that we talk about and do, is that we work with people concerning their ways to take their ideas and turn them into actually things that people can get into. Because here's the one thing we've learned when we talk to people. I learned by being the example. I have a podcast. I'm an author of a book. I have a website. I have a YouTube channel, and I do. So when I tell you about what we do as services, I do them as well and show you what's going on. The thing that we found out with a lot of people is that, one, they have an idea about their business. But what they don't know is how to relate that business to people that's interested in what they're doing. So you sure you have an idea about how to get the customer excited about the idea that you have. One of the calls I meant to tell you, Bettina, earlier, the reason I missed last week's call is because as a screenwriter myself and an author and a musician, we had a meeting with one of the television people from BET about putting music from our CD into one of their shows. My brother's in California, so he's negotiating the deal because I'm here in Virginia. So we had a little Zoom call meeting to talk about that and where it's going to be placed. We don't know what song they're going to pick. It's 15 to choose from. We don't know when they're going to put it in season 1, season 2, season 3. We don't know. But we do know we have people talking to us about that. The same thing with the books that I do. I write the relationship books because I'm a relationship coach. And I also write the screenplays. So we are presenting them to Netflix, Hulu, other people like that to get original shows on their programs. What I found out when I talked to a lot of business owners is that one of the hardest things to get in starting a business or having a business going on is getting business funding. Just a few months ago, I ran into a guy and partnered with him, business funding. I asked the criteria like I was the customer. What do we need? What do we need to have? Where do we stand? He told me the criteria. And what I found amazing about it is that one, your credit score doesn't have to be no higher than 500. He can get you from 0 to up to $6 million for your business if you have a business in place with your EIN number and everything else registered. Through the services that we do, and Doris can tell you herself, we did a podcast together, and it was so wonderful. We did it longer than what we actually edited it down, but because we were laughing throughout the whole thing because it was funny. We had a good time, but when you go back and see how when the editing, the whole present thing we put together, it's very entertaining. And if you go check the channel out, Why Does Love Hurt So Good channel, you will find out that this podcast that we did got almost 10,000 views. They're enjoying what's going on. That's why I tell people, I said, you may do a product, have a product, and want to present a product, but who is your audience? Who are the people you're trying to reach? How are you going to get the message to them? Remember now, Obama won his candidacy for president back in the day off of social media. If you don't understand the power of social media, how it works, how the algorithm works, and how to get into the mix of what's going on, you're going to be lost. You're going to be in there just spinning your wheels in place, spending money on things that's not going to help you. So with our ODP Media Group, we have a lot of strategies, marketing abilities to help with things as far as working with Google for ads, do things of that nature, because I understand myself from a point of view. I have to lead by example. So yes, you can go check it out. Whatever I tell you, you to do, I'm already doing. I'm going to show you how I do it. The whole idea is to educate you, as we said last week, entertain, educate, and inform you how to do what we're doing, because it makes no sense. I don't want to run it for you. We can, but if we can teach you how to do it, you are able to do it yourself, why not?
Yeah.
Doris can tell you herself. Doris records her shows and it's just beautiful. She records them, sends me the MP3 or MP4. I edit, I go right into her system, her podcast, upload it, and she's done. There is no like, what I'm going to do tomorrow. No, we just do all that in package for you. Just get it out your way. The same thing what she'll tell you with her website. We talked about it. We went over the language. We got the message right. And when I did everything, sent everything back to her, she had pictures. All her website person had to do was copy and paste.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have to figure out nothing. All the work was done within a week. All they had to do is copy and paste. It looks so beautiful. She has a beautiful picture of herself up there. The colors and everything looks great. The language is beautiful. So now when people go to her site, they're clear on what she does. They understand where she's coming from. And they're able to say, you know what? This is something I can get into. Now, if you haven't noticed on my channel, I make commercials for people. I use voiceover people, and we do commercials. Because one thing about it is that even though you are capable of doing it, having a professional voice sounding, whether it be a man or a woman, present your products or services. And I noticed that my audience is mostly women, and the commercial that I did for the women has got thousands of votes, thousands of views right now, because it caters to the understanding of what's going on in their business. So these things that we put together is a map. We get a roadmap. Find out what it is, what you're passionate about, what you're doing. You know some things about your business, but then I'll ask you the question, how are you going to present that to a client to get them excited about what you do? Because if you don't have that laid out, it's like, okay, what am I doing? And we talked to many people about that. And like I said, one thing I like about what you do, again, you're able to show people by doing it yourself. That's what people don't understand. We're not just talking about, oh, we're going to build this for you and do that for you, do this for you. No, you have to go to the website, check out the strategies and things and pick packages to say, you know what, it condenses where you are. We meet you where you are and take you beyond that. Because like I said, if you have musical talents, book talents, screenwriting talents, things of that nature, we're already made the connection with the people. We're already working with the people. It's an easy connect when I say, hey, I got someone named Bettina. She does this, that, the other. This is what she does. Now you get credibility simply because of what I've already done. So now all you got to do now is go in there. We're going to tell you the answers to the test before you even get in there. Here's what they're going to ask you. Here's what they're going to tell you. Here's what's going on. Be sure to say these things. If you do these things and follow the structures, because we come up with the strategies to help fit everybody's business, because it's not a one fit kind of thing for everybody. Everybody has their own individual thing. So we try to cater to what people do and make sure that whatever it is we do it. So a relationship coach myself, trust me, I have conversations with people all the time, and I make it very clear to everyone. Here's something that I learned years ago from friends of mine in the business. You cannot increase your net worth without your network. So if you have to take the time to do that, and I definitely encourage you to take a moment to go to the channel, check it out. Because matter of fact, the interview we did 2 weeks ago, Bettina Carey up on her videos up on there now too, and she's got a couple thousand votes right now. She's looking pretty good. Again, people get used to them. What happens? It's called cross promoting. Cross promoting. So what I end up doing is I don't introduce you to my podcast friends to do podcasts. I'll bring you on mine. We do a podcast. If you have one, we do one on yours as well. But I introduce you to other people that's in your genre right now. Think about how wonderful it'd be to have your own gospel network. I don't want to do it. I do this for other people, and I guest on people's show, but I don't want to do it. But those who want to do it, I got people right now, so you can have your own 30-minute show. They'll do everything for you. You just do your speech, do what you're doing, write your script up, learn it, say it. They're going to put everything together. Broaden your audience a little bit bigger. That's what you want. You want more people to see what you do, to understand what's going on and get excited about what it is that you're doing, so they can say, you know, how does this work towards me? So that's one of the great things we do.
Andre, that's so invaluable, I should say, because I have to say it's one thing to produce. It's quite another to have it distributed. And when you don't have the distribution, it's like putting a painting up in a closet and shutting the door. And when you are doing as much work and effort to produce the quality that we're producing, putting it in a closet isn't really effective, right? So
and trust me though, like yourself, yourself, you're a perfect model, because you're here every Wednesday. You're a perfect model of saying, we see what you're doing, we see it. When I come across people and I start asking questions about what their business is, what they're producing, things of that nature, they get a little weary because they don't really understand. They know their business. That's great. But who else knows your business? Who knows what you do to get into what's going on? We don't want to be the only one knowing it. We need somebody else to know and bring people to the door. And what you want on social media, you want views, you want likes, you want people to come drive stuff to your business and your website. Do you understand that in my Google company that I work with people in Google, these guys have gotten me from a 60% to 179% in 2 weeks. We're talking about bumping up their highly. So when people go look for relationship coaches in my area or other places, they find me. They look for relationship information, they find me quickly. So what I end up doing is taking you on a ride with me. When we do things, a podcast together, work some things together, I take you with me. You roll where I go.
Yeah.
It makes it much easier. So now you're able to get in front of people that relate to what you do, whether it be business, whether it be spiritual, whatever it may be. I'm going to put you in front of people, not just plug you on a website, but put you in front of people that actually know what you're doing. Because if you guys in the same neighborhood, why not chit chat?
Yeah. Well, you know what we should do, Andre, is get a call for people who are producing shows and that want to get into distribution and have a deeper dive in conversation. Let me welcome now Nigel Henry, who's come in. And Master Nigel Henry, as you know, is someone we refer to and on a lot. You came in a little bit late. What the topic that we're talking about here is about folks who are struggling to scale their business. And we have some new folks here, Master Nigel Henry, that I want to make sure you get to meet. We got Tina is brand new. Juanita Corey Jackson, Keisha Moody, Doris, and Leanne is also new to you. Can you unmute? There you are.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Yes, I see Doris. Sorry, what's the hey
Yeah, so we're
Andre.
talking, yeah,
I
we're
like
talking
Andre.
today.
Andre.
We're talking about scaling your small business. And one of the things, if you haven't been following, I've been working with Master Nigel Henry on his program, the Financial Miracle Challenge, and have been able to accelerate the income and the flow of money that's going into my bank account through his program. So that is another way, is working with a specific coach that focuses on the financial miracle challenge, like Master Nigel Henry. So share a little bit about what you do, so that folks can get a gander.
Well, actually, I wanted to build on Andre. This is a different Andre than one I met before. Before he was like, what do you do? A relationship coach. Now he's talking about expanding your voice on platforms. This is an upgraded Andre. Who is this dude? This is the greater version. This is Andre the Great. So I was listening to him, I'm like, yeah, that's right. And so the way that I work, I go down to are you going, Tina?
Nope, I'm here.
Sorry, I gotta go, Nigel. I'm sorry, my little one.
Oh.
But I'm gonna connect with you. I'm gonna connect with all of you in the season week. Okay.
Oh, yeah, we met
Thanks
last
for
week.
coming tonight, Tina. It was great to have you. I was just typing a quick note. I'm glad you made it.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
All right.
Sorry to interrupt.
Bye.
Okay.
No worries. Let's see. So yes, based on what Andre was saying, he was about connecting you. Connection. It's like, that's exactly what Bettina, the angel of connection, Andre is now like, I hear the same theme running, and he's just using podcasts and radio and other things. But it's connection, right? Expanding your neighborhood, yes? Is that right, Andre? I just want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly, yes? And so what Andre is saying is the essence of things. Scaling is about getting more people to hear, know, and buy from you, right? Now, that's true. It's 101 principles. But what Nigel does, he says, in order for you to connect with another human being, you got to use the moneymaker, this thing. You got to be talking. That's what Andre's saying. You got to come on my show, podcast, and talk, okay? So I don't care what you're doing. If this isn't working, I don't care what Andre does for you. You come on his show and be silent and see what happens. Nothing. You got to be talking. So my fundamental practice is the voice is the moneymaker. And like he said, I think he mentioned Doris. I know Doris has a powerful voice, and that's how we met, right? Doris, like, your voice is strong. And so what I say is, since you have a voice, study that voice. That voice, he mentioned Barack Obama. It was Barack's voice that got him on the stage, and it was Barack's voice that got him elected. If you remember, the guy can talk. It was Martin's voice that gave us freedom. Our dream, right? We can still remember it to this day, right? It's the voice. Whatever way you cut it, it's the voice. And what I do with my people, especially if they have a platform like Bettina, I say, Bettina, man, you're talking to these people every Wednesday. This voice has to be upgraded so that when you say one word, it causes hundreds of fruits to fall off the tree. That's what I'm talking about, leveraging the word. So the first thing I'd like to say, and I always do it, and a lot of people get upset with me, I say, repeat after me, my voice is my moneymaker. That's to make sure that people realize there is no virtue in silence. And that's what I think Andre was saying. It's like you're in the closet. When your voice is silenced, you're closeted. You got to be talking. Second thing is, to get connections requires a specific question. Most people talk about what they do, and Nigel focuses on who you do it to. So I just literally talked to one of my clients just now before I came on this call. She goes, Nigel, can you help me? Because I'm telling the people who my avatar is, who I work with, and they're asking me, what do you do? And I said, I know the majority of people on the planet are trained when they go to a networking event. Hi, Doris, what do you do? And I train my clients, don't answer that question. What, Nigel? But everybody asks that. That's what they want to know. I know, but it doesn't help them. Plus, my people are multi-talented, multi-gifted. Like, if I said, Andre, what do you do? He's forced in a box, like, I'm a relationship coach. No, Andre is a gifted genius. He does a lot of things. It depends who you are. You see that? So I'm like, I'm disrupting. I'm saying, no, don't go around telling people what you do, because that's putting you in a box. Tell them who you work with. So let me role play it out. Hey there, Nigel, how you doing? I'm fine. What exactly do you do? I'm like, well, that's a great question. Do you mind if I tell you who I work with instead? Okay. Yes, well, I work with people that have platforms and help people to get on platforms, like my friend Bettina, Andre, and Doris. These are people that have platforms that connect other people with platforms. And I like those people because they're always talking. They're like Oprah. Oprah is a kind of person that has a platform, and she brings people on her show and connects them with other people. Dr. Phil, blah, blah, blah. That's my people. Do you know anyone like that by any chance? I need 5 referrals tonight. Oh, well, yeah, Andre was on the show. I heard he sounded like one of those guys. But Tina's definitely, oh, I haven't heard Doris talk, so I'm not sure. And Krisha, I'm not sure because I haven't heard her voice. She didn't say anything, so I can't tell you, but I can tell you, Andre, I can refer to him and he will hook you up. He will figure out what you do because he fits the profile. So I found out it's much faster to scale when I talk about who I work with than what I do. What do you think about that, Doris?
Well, I think you're on point because that's exactly what I see. And I remember you used to ask me what I do, and I used to freeze up. Didn't know what to say.
Because you're multi-gifted. That's putting you in a box.
You're right. I have so many ideas, I don't even know where to start.
Thank you. You need to find the right who that can help you distribute that. That will be Andre. You see? Who you're looking for is Andre. I know. So that's what I'm saying. That's my point. It's better for you to say who I'm looking to work with is an Andre type than to say, well, what I do is, and now you have to list all these things. And people are not going to remember, oh yeah, Doris does this, this. They don't keep records of that. They just want to know who to connect you with. And that's why Bettina's work is so effective, because she's a connector. We'll find out what you do when you two meet. You'll have plenty of time to talk. All right, Bettina, I don't know if that was effective. Let me check in with Andre, see if he agrees or disagrees. What's he think? Andre, I love to hear your voice, man.
How you doing?
Yes. What do you think about that?
I think it's excellent because I've learned myself in order to move forward in the things that I'm doing to let people know all that I can do, because every person is individual and they have different wants and needs. I have to be able to understand not only their business, but show it by example of doing it myself.
Okay. And so before, so we've got Andre. What does Keisha think? I just want to hear her voice. Keisha, are you still here? Keisha?
Yes, I'm coming. Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
What are your thoughts?
I'm here. Hi, I didn't know that if you asked me a question earlier. I was trying to fix my phone. My battery's charging backwards.
Let me ask you a question directly.
Yes,
Let
please.
me help you out. Who do you serve? Who do you serve?
Well, I serve the Lord. I try to think that I try to serve the Lord.
Sorry,
but,
in business.
I don't know what you're.
She doesn't have a business yet. She doesn't have a business.
Oh, well, that's where I'd like you to start. Are you thinking about having a business?
Yes, I have a business name. I just don't know how to get started.
Okay, but I'd like you to think about this. Who would I love to serve? Like, what kind of customer? Do I want to serve women? Ideal dream. Just think that out right now.
I would like to serve men and women. I would love to serve men and
who are, just say the word who after that.
Are.
Men, yeah, men and women who.
Oh, men and women who are addicted to drugs. I'm an addict, an ex-addict. I'm 95 days
You don't have to
clean.
explain that. Just finish saying
Okay.
who you'd love to serve. Yeah,
Okay.
don't even
I
have
would
to
love
explain
to. I would
nothing.
love to serve men and women who are addicted and to drugs or substance abuse and who have been through narcissistic abuse or abuse of any
Period.
kind.
Done. Period. Mission
Okay.
accomplished. I can see Doris's mind, Andre's mind, Bettina's mind calculating your cash flow right now, because I know that if you go and talk to Andre right away after this call, he can hook you up. Andre, am I
Okay.
wrong?
That is correct. You are correct.
See, why did that happen? Because she said who she serves, not what she does. She doesn't know what she's going to do yet. It depends on who's in
Right.
front of her.
Right.
So that's what I
right.
like to leave you with, Keisha. From now onwards, when someone say, what do you do? It's stressful. You don't know what you're going to do yet. You haven't started your business, but you definitely know who you want to serve. Yes?
Right. Yes.
So that's how you get started. Start with the who. Don't start with the how or the what. Just start with the who. God will bring you the idea of how to serve them when they're in front of you.
Okay, and so Andre can help me with that, my speaking
He
voice
will
and what I'm
just
how I'm
talk to
supposed
the brother right away. Don't even figure out nothing. God has already made a way. That's why you're on this platform. If you're here, you are being taken
Okay.
care of already. Just as
Okay.
Bettina says, what is it, Bettina? The thing
Just
is
say
in
yes.
the audience.
Yes. Okay.
The thing is in
Yes.
the audience. If you are
Oh
on this
yeah,
platform,
there's always the persons are in the audience that all you need.
that you need.
Whoever shows
That's why
up.
you're here. Just
Even if I'm
connect.
the only one that shows up. I mean, that's all you
Okay.
need.
So you see what I'm saying? You don't
Okay,
have to
guys.
sit there, Keisha, and figure it all out, because there is a who
Thank you.
that God sent to you. Just because you're here, God sent you. Andre, in fact, I'd call all these people Doris and say, Doris, this is who
Yes.
I want to serve. Can you give me, what is God telling you to tell me?
This is who I want
And
to
she
serve.
will
Okay.
minister to you, and you will have
Okay.
your business up and running in about 20 minutes.
Oh,
And then you'll have
awesome.
an audience.
Amazing.
You see? Speed, man.
Yes.
So that's what I'm selling. I
Yes.
sell speed.
Yes.
So make sure you connect with Doris
Okay.
and Andre before, look, type something in the chat, give them your number, because sometimes,
Okay.
you know, when you get off this call, right, this is what happens. Life happens to you. You know, yeah, but
Right.
I'm sorry, Andre, I meant to call you. No, so what you do, because Andre is a businessman,
Right.
you put your number in the chat right now and
Yes.
say, Andre, you can call me. And because Andre
sorry.
is a businessman, he will call you and follow up
Correct.
with you and schedule you whether you're ready or not.
Okay.
Nigel, let me ask you a question. Do you find
Yes,
this
sir.
as a problem dealing with some people who are not ready? These are two words that I found to
Yes.
scare people to death. And those words are follow up and follow through.
So let me answer that question in this way. People in the world, Andre, are in different states of readiness and consciousness. Most of them are unconscious, 99% of them. That is just how it is. In the scriptures, they talk about fertile ground, sandy ground, and rocky, right? The majority are rocky ground. In other words, you talk to them and they're not ready. That's just life. But you know what we were taught is to sow your seed anyway. And so what I do is I follow up with everybody. I follow up. I don't wait for them to follow up. I call them.
Exactly.
Right? So they don't dictate my schedule. I dictate my schedule, whether they're ready or not. Now then, when I call them, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Oh yeah, your integrity is questionable. And as Bettina knows, the bar is high with Nigel.
Because I can tell you now, when I talk to you, and Doris can tell you herself, when you give me what I ask you to give me, I'm on the move. I got a due date.
True.
It's going to get done. It's going to be in your hands. It's going to be moving. Next steps. Let's move.
The thing I want to say to that, Andre, is that that's called the avatar, the ideal avatar. Your avatar, it comes ready, right? You don't have to prompt them. That's why you should ask for those kind of people. I like a person who is organized, ready to go, You put that out there, and God will send them to you. But if you say, I'll take anybody, then you have to deal with those people who are not ready. And I prefer not to waste my time. So I say, God, please send me my ideal avatar. She's a platform owner. She's very integrous. When she, like, I'm just going to say with Bettina, I can set my clock to Bettina's call. Nigel, I'll call you in 5 minutes. I set a timer. Bing. Oh, it's not the timer, it's Bettina. That's how tight her integrity is. I want that in my client.
That's how it should be.
That's how I ask for. That's who I'm asking for. I don't put out anything else. And I don't attract anybody else. And if they come in and they don't fit, we have a misfit. Like, I'm sorry, I can't really work with you because you need to grow your integrity a little stronger before I can even talk to you.
True.
So that's how I handle that. I just filter. There's enough good people in the world. I don't have to filter through the people who are not ready. Okay.
Which I don't do myself.
Well,
Bettina,
thank you so much for popping in and sharing with us, Master Nigel Henry. We are a wrap here for today. And so we've been talking about struggling to scale your business, and we literally have covered soup to nuts, ending with literally your who you're going to call, not how you're going to do it, what's going to happen, or anything like that. And we've talked about collaboration and joint venture partnerships, the Just Say Yes program, and so much more. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. For those of you who want to just hang in for a few minutes, I'm going to sign off of YouTube. And I would love for you to come on back when you watch this video to the We Empower You on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go to weempoweryourlife.com. Click on the calendar tab for this meeting and join us every single Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining us here today.